إني معك يا مسرور إني معك يا مسرور.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Jamaat Ahmadiyya Belize brings to you another exciting episode of Points to Ponder. This week, the head of the worldwide Ahmadiyya Muslim community spoke about the promised Messiah, alayhi salatu wassalam. May the peace and blessings of Allah be upon him. Let's begin our show.
His Holiness, may Allah be his helper, said that with regards to the purpose of his advent, the promised Messiah, may the peace and blessings of Allah be upon him, said that God commissioned him to defend Islam at a time when it was being attacked from all sides. In fact, there was about 60 Muslims in India, and there were 60 million books written against the religion of Islam. Had God himself not procured the means for its protection, then Islam would have been erased from the face of this earth. However, God would not allow this to happen, and according to his promise, established the means for the protection of Islam.
Let us now take a look at how the opposition would prove to be fruitful.
His Holiness, may Allah be his helper, quoted Hazrat Mirza Bashiruddin Mahmud Ahmad, may Allah be his helper, who relates that the promised Messiah, may the peace and blessings of Allah be upon him, used to say that it bothered him when people cursed him, but it also bothered him if they didn't, because without opposition the community would not flourish. There were various occasions where opposition arose which caused disorder during the time of the promised Messiah, may the peace and blessings of Allah be upon him, and people thought that it would be the end of the community. However, every time in the face of such opposition, the Ahmadiyya community would always come out of these hardships even stronger. His Holiness, may Allah be his helper, said that this has always been the case and will continue to be the case. Even today, opponents and hypocrites do their utmost, yet the Ahmadiyya community will persist and only get stronger.
For our final segment today, we look at the humility of the promised Messiah. May the peace and blessings of Allah be upon him.
His Holiness, may Allah be his helper, said that another allegation raised against prophets is that they can be stern at times. Hazrat Mirza Bashiruddin Mahmud Ahmad, may Allah be his helper, explained that a prophet is never stern for themselves. Rather, it is in defense and protection of their faith. Otherwise, when it comes to themselves, prophets adopt the utmost humility. For example, once the promised Messiah, may the peace and blessings of Allah be upon him, was walking in Lahore. A man came and pushed him. However, the promised Messiah, may the peace and blessings of Allah be upon him, did not allow those with him to retaliate. Instead, the promised Messiah, may the peace and blessings of Allah be upon him, said that he must have done so thinking he was defending the truth, because clerics had indoctrinated him with the thought that the promised Messiah, may the peace and blessings of Allah be upon him, was false. Thus, a prophet only stands to defend the faith and adopts humility when it comes to themselves.
May Allah enable us all to derive full benefit from the weekly Friday sermon of His Holiness, the head of the worldwide Ahmadiyya Muslim community. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
إني معك يا مسرور إني معك يا مسرور